some great footage today for Kaleidoscope, mainly shot by our producer here, Alex Abercrombie Ross.
Well, it's been quite a week.
Yes, it has.
With heavenly events.
Yes. Last week we showed Pete Hill's funeral, and this week we're showing a estate sale for Bob Borchard.
Right, the artist.
Which is sad. I mean, it's sad when I see all the things, and I did interview him for Access and went out to his house when he was still living there, and he gave me this gift of a book that contains all his paintings, really. And I knew Bob for some time, and he was a funny man. He was always cracking jokes until the last time I visited him, and he was making dire predictions politically. So I don't know if he was still cracking jokes when he went to the nursing home or not, but he was a live wire, and you got some great footage visiting the site of the auction, which was that at his house?
Yes, Guysville, and it was an old motel, the halfway point apparently between Athens and Marietta, back in the day when it took a long time to travel that distance. The rooms had numbers, so I wanted to see this place, and of course an immense amount of material being auctioned off all day. I don't know when that auction ended. I should have asked one of his children, because the next day was his memorial at the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship, which we both went to. I never met the man, and he was really praised in the Athens News for being such a great guy. But as I said at Fellowship, but not at the memorial, I heard stories that he didn't treat his family very well.
No, don't.
He had a large family, and he liked to bring everybody around for a meal without forewarning his poor wife.
He was a great teacher. He's a great art teacher. And he used to attend our poetry readings when we did them once a month. And I remember him telling a story about when he was teaching an art class and he wanted to make a point. He climbed up on his desk and was standing on his desk gesticulating when one of the elderly faculty passed by the door and looked in.
Wow.
So he had a bunch of those stories. But I'm glad I didn't know about it. Oh, I'm glad, because there's so many great things I would have wanted. Surely I would have gotten a book, and some of that china, and there was a wood carving there that I saw through your video, so we can go look at the video and let these people see it too.
Right, enjoy it. It's fantastic.
And it's just a photograph from height. In other words, they sent a kite up with a camera on it at 500 feet. 100 bomb right, 100 bomb right there, 100 bomb, 100 bomb, 100, 30, 50, 50, 50, give me 25, 25, 25, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, number 30. Here's your dialer, Simplex D, Model D typewriter. A dial typewriter, boy, out of pocket 50. Take a 50 with a 25, 25, with a 25, 25, give me 10. 10, I don't know down here. Now you're going to get, would you show that this is a very early set. This is a stackable block set, and they stack one within the other. They're not perfect, but they're very, very old. 100 pound that stackable block set right there. Give me 25, give me 10, 15. 50 here now, 20, 20 now, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 50, 5, 5, 5, now 30, 30, 30, 30, 20, where you at? I had him at 15, 20, 25, 25, 25, 25, take 25, 25. Drop your bell, Kenneth. I'll never find you now. 25, 25, 25, give me 10, 10, look at 10, look at 10, 19 bar. 10 to the bottom of the deep here, now 10 to the bottom of the deep here, now 10 to the bottom of the deep bar. 10 to the bottom of the deep bar, you bottom your way, 10 to the bill. Just leave it there. I'll hold you right behind you there, number 68, number 6. Let's sell the whole gate first. This I don't know whether Mr. Borchard, Professor Borchard, done this whole gate ferry or not. I said there's a chance of it, but I don't know for sure. It's not signed. 100 pound whole gate ferry's boat. 100 pound, 50, 50, 50, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, give me 10. 10, 10, now 15, now 10, now 20, 20, 20, 20, 21, 20. 5, 5, 5, 50, 5, 50, 5, 50, 5, 50, 5, now 30. 5, 5, 50, 5, 35, 35 here, 35. You want me here, Ollie? 68, are you? Yeah. Did I get her number correct? Yeah. This stereo viewer. Now this is called a sweetheart viewer because two folks can actually sit there and watch it at the same time. Much as we do in our living rooms today, you and your wife are sitting there watching the same TV. They could do the very same thing with this stereo viewer. Now it opens up and you'll see there's a rotating mechanism on the inside. Each card will turn and flip over so it can be viewed from both sides. And the cards are going with it. You're buying a very hard to find sweetheart stereo viewer or stereoscope. 100, now quarter, now 25, now 25, now 75, he did about 3. I even up 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, half, 3 and a half, now 75, now 4, bit of a more, bit of a more, bit of a more. 375 on a par, 375, bit of 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 a par, 375, par, 375. Then that's the Fairfield County, number 20, number 20. Hard line, down here on the pocket hand. And look at him, 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 give me part of the apart. 5, now 10, 10, now 15, 10, now 15, now 20, now 20, now 20, I got 57. That's old Teddy Roosevelt. Put him on right there, 25, waiting for the Rough Riders. I'll go on 25, 25, give me 10. 10, look at him, up at the inner, now 10 to the bottom of the deep here, now 10 to the bottom of the deep part. 10 to the bottom of the deep part, 10 to the bottom, 10 to the right down, he was there. Number 68, number 68. All do this case one time and get that baby out of here. Can you reach the, what is that? I believe it's related to,
where'd this guy go? Is he in the house? Mayflower. You have Mayflower. We get pictures like him.
Want to give me a warm? Out of our mind, give me 10, 10,
Where? In Athens?
That's on the Union Street.
Oh,
Go over to down.
yeah,
I think that might have been. Pretty cool, huh?
I never went down through here.
video live?
Their legs get back starting to hurt.
Yeah, you want to, I'll go up to 20 bucks.
How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Your dad's here.
The history of this strange thing is my dad is the one who passed, and he named this after me. This is Dummy Gene. He was a collector. Excuse me. I'm sorry, honey.
Oh, wait a minute, I got this. No, you got it. There you go. Now I'm walking. You can take some of this outside now?
Yeah,
All right, okay, great. Just texting my friend what you good on, because I have to leave. I took pictures. Oh, great. Yeah, take those ranger, I'm a bit on those. Lacey,
Well, yes, yeah, glad to meet you too.
Okay.
I've been by here with Kim a long time ago, a long time ago, 2010 maybe, and I just never, I heard the stories,
Yeah.
but never.
Lots of stories, lots of
When
stuff.
did he move here?
No, I think the idea you get of the very. I mean, he didn't even. No, I didn't.
Right here, got all the old balls right here, give me 10. 10, now get 10. I'm thinking about 20. I'm going $20, 21 you are. 21 nearby. Hey, there's some chips in there. Junior pigs, what else you got? There's some purple grass. Here's about what like icicles put on the tree. Hold them out. What else we got?
They're doing Christmas down there right now.
Everything on the inside right here, give me 10. And then get 5. Give it 5, all the decorations. 5, now 10. Even 5, $5, number 92. Now you're going to buy these separate, guys. These are these little, I call my signatures. That's what goes on the tree. On them right there. Even 5, get 10. And then 5, now 10. Now 15, now 20.
It's a student piece.
You can read what's on the back.
Right here, give me 10. Now we pay now. Back to the main auction block with Mr. Austin.
Time slips away. We all survived some crazy ass motorcycle riding back.
Alright, I'm gonna throw this away right there. Sorry. This is, I want that TV. I need a TV. Yes.
Linda, I'm gonna have muscles on my leg, but you will not believe.
Oh, I didn't share this. I don't know. Oh, what time did you get here? 8:30. Oh my God. 8:30? Well, my game plan was to be here at 7:30, but then Ben called me. They called me Alex and the Greg. It's like, oh God, no. I didn't run the phone. I don't want to be here. Yeah. And Meg took him back. Jimmy took him back in. Yes, that's Meg right there. I'm going to be here. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, what? Yeah, the little kid's first time playing around. It was right there. The whole place is just unreal. When I came to spend the night, I walked in and just spent the night together. Of course, we've been praying every time we come in here. It's all good. This is true. I know. Going around. Going to your right. Right down there in the white room. Hi, Grace. Hi, how are you? Oh, fun place, huh? Guys, this is stuff. Okay. Okay. I'm not organized when you have this show.
Total fee is 65. 46 the buyer. 46. Thank you, sir. 46. All right, now these are hand carved pipes. Pony head and devil's head. I'll take the pony head. All right, what do you bid? We'll sell them both for one money. Both of them. All right. Yeah, $20 on them. 20 on bid, 20 on bid, 20 on bid, 20 right, get 10. Get 10. 10, now 15. 10 now 15, 15 now 20, 20, 20, 20, 20 now 5, 25 now 30. 25 in now 30. 25 in now 30, 30, 30 now 5, 30 now 5, 30 now 5, 30 now 5. 30 in now 5, now 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Let's go. I'm right over here for $30. 35, now 40. Now 40. He's done, man. Go ahead. Now 40, now 40, now 40, now 40, now 40. Sold to you 35. 1. Oh, just 46. Just 46. Thank you. 8 bid, 10 bid, 10 bid, 10 bid. Now 15. I got your 10, 50, 50 now 5, 50 now 5, now 5, now 60. Now 65. 65 now 70. 70, 70, 70, 70.
fall off, Judy.
Oh my God.
I wonder why he always made his art have spiky stuff.
Yeah.
Did he ever tell you?
No, I just think it's just his way of painting. Everybody has is not creepy. This is like a box of all his sketches.
Right.
Why, do you need money for the food?
No, I got that. He's-
Oh, did Grandpa do this one? No.
he signed it though, right?
Oh, no, it is his.
Where's he signed it?
Bob Borchard. Wow. Totally not like him.
1966, he put us in that room, and we would wake up, and it wasn't heated, so the breath in our, we wake up, my sisters and I, and go to school. It was quite chilly down here. But he has a lot of interesting stories. This is when I slid down every day before school. That's my brother.
Did you see Emily?
No, where is she?
I think she just came in here looking for you.
Oh.
There's a pipe organ too, an old wood pipe organ too. If you got something to fit that, you got something right there. $50 on it, $50 bid, $50 bid, $50 bid, $50 bid. Get 25. Get 25. 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. Get 10 and start it. 10, now 15, now 20, now 5, now 30, now 5. Now 5, 50, 50, now 5, 50, now 5, 50, now 5. Sold it to you, $50 up top of the hill. 33 is the buyer, 33.
Boy, I'm really glad that you liked the video. I don't know, this program would really, the bottom would drop out if you weren't so feisty about with the camera. And that was great. I really liked seeing, and I'm glad you didn't quit. You kept going on from room to room.
I went on till I ran out of battery. But
well,
it was huge. It was such a crowd, and they had, I don't know if you can tell, they had refreshments for sale. I don't know if they had a porta potty, but all those boxes of books, it would have been very exhausting to really participate in that auction.
Wow, wow. I wonder what they're doing with what's left over.
Couldn't tell you.
Auction number 2.
Go to our local thrift stores. We might find it. That's what people usually do with leftovers.
Well, and there was a nice memorial service that we both attended at the Unitarian Fellowship. And was that the day before or after the eclipse?
No, all right, Saturday was the auction, Sunday was the memorial service. Monday was the eclipse.
Oh.
I never saw so many cars parked on both sides of the street all around the library. I knew there was the event, 1
and
to
all
4.
around Athens, too.
Oh, well, didn't I lock myself out of my house just as I was leaving? So I was delayed. But then later, I went into where I'm sure they had the program for the kids with all the globes and explaining things. So I caught up as I could.
Well, I thought it was just, it was such a calm feeling and so casual and natural with the different families sitting under trees all over the green grass. It was, well, you'll see.
It reminded me of that painting of Georges Seurat, Sunday afternoon on La Grande Jatte, people in profile, just looking out, enjoying nature.
But they weren't quite so rigid as
No.
that lady. Okay, let's share the eclipse with Athens. For the second time, I know you've seen it the first in real life.
Awakened for 30 minutes. This is our origin story.
Okay, right, but it has to be the right direction.
Right there. See that teeny tiny?
Oh, yes.
That's it.
Very close. It's not bad. It's not terrible. It's getting almost to the complete.
You're walking the right way then.
You can really see it.
Hi, John.
There we go. And how about you?
She's got the leggings there.
Oh, the leggings, okay.
They actually glow in the dark, but it didn't get dark enough, right?
And I got to get your skirt.
Thanks.
Keith Milam from the Geology Department at Ohio University. Yeah, we do know the outer liquid core, it convects and moves around the solid inner core, and that's what produces our magnetic field. That's why we have a magnetic field.
Thank you. I'm not sure. You guys take away that, right? Can you guys share it on that? Who's your dad? It's just a minute to take it.
Oh, yeah, no, he was helping us there. Yeah.
That's fine. Nope, that's fine.
Now, this is Venus. This is a really...
Geology, physics, those that are helping.
You know why? It really didn't know that.
Sorry, I'm rude.
That is a piece of 49,000 years ago made a hole in the ground.
I mean, I know I've read a couple things that have shown that there is some possibility.
These are from Morocco, and these are called conduit meteorites, and in each of these, you have everything you need to make any of these objects on the table or this side. So most everything else is the silicate that goes to make the mantle and the crust of it. And any volatiles that are in there make the hydrosphere and the atmosphere. And if you pile them all on and you heat them up by all the collisions that pile them up, the volatiles will come out and make the atmosphere and the hydrosphere.
So this is the core. Okay.
Well, that's a core mantle across the atmosphere, that's everything. This is what happens if you put it in the microwave and you heat it up, the metal sinks out, you segregate the metal. It's like refining. Yeah, so these pieces are like in the early days of the solar system, 4.6 billion years ago, where material was starting to clump together because of gravity, except this stuff never got big enough that it started to melt. The more you keep piling, it's like when I take all the people from the Eclipse and pile them up, and then this stuff starts to melt. And the metal melts, the silicates melt, the gas will come on out of the rock itself. And so when you do that, you segregate it out, we call it differentiation. So the metal sinks to the center, forms a core, and most of what you're looking at here right here makes a mantle, makes a crust, and then the stuff that comes out of gas will condense to make your oceans, if you have oceans on that planet, or the atmosphere, if you have an atmosphere.
So the denser it is, the more it goes to the center.
Yeah, that's right.
Less dense, it'll just go up and it...
The lightest stuff floats, that's right. And guess what? I left out a part. You're in there.
Somewhere.
You're part of the lighter stuff. Water. Believe it or not, I hate to put it that way, but you are.
80%, right?
Yeah, so you're mostly a bag of water, and there's water in that too. And now here's the rest of the story. There's all kinds of other things in there too, not just water, but there's there. Did you know there's stuff in that camera that can't be made by your average size star? So there's stuff in here that was made by stars bigger than our sun before our solar system even. So 13.
They were pulled in by gravity?
Yeah, so they became part of our solar nebula. So like lead, things like iridium, platinum, rhodium, chromium, things like that were made in supernovas basically.
Oh.
And so before our solar system was even around, we had stars making bigger, heavier elements, and they eventually got incorporated in there too, along with the lighter stuff. So you're made of the lighter stuff. That camera right there's got a lot of the heavier stuff from supernovas. So you're basically, what I'm saying is you're made of stardust. Yeah, we all are. You've just been recycled and recycled. So when you die and all of your elements go back into the ground, that becomes part of the earth. Part of the continents are melted in a volcano and then metamorphosed and becomes sediment, and the sediment goes out to sea and it lands on the oceanic crust, and the oceanic crust gets shoved into the mantle and then recycled again. You're going to continually be recycled. You are the product of all that recycling of stardust.
And that's how we're immortal.
There you go. That's one way of thinking about it.
That's my theory of immortality.
So you are the embodiment of stardust for the length of your life, and then after that, the stardust goes elsewhere and becomes parts of rock too.
And other people.
And other people, that's right.
See, you want to know where we are?
How do you find that fine? Angle towards the sun?
I think it's with respect to the, let's see here. What is that? 5 degrees.
So this was Mercury,
Oh.
closest planet to the sun,
Wow.
proportionally biggest core. This is Venus if you strip back the atmosphere, carbon dioxide and sulfuric acid. So this is the surface here. The cooler colors represent lower elevations, the warmer colors represent higher elevations. So this was produced by the Magellan spacecraft, which more or less used microwave. So it's like flying a not quite like flying a microwave to Venus, but that's how they get below the clouds. This, of course, is the Earth, and so that would be like a visible light view of the Earth. These two are the Moon. So this would be like a visible light view of the Moon. Elevation map like Venus. Warmer colors are higher elevation. The cooler colors are lower elevation of the Moon. Same two. And then these two are Mars. And so just to give you a point of reference here to show you the two different views here, if I can get myself oriented. I can't look at this upside down. Sorry. There we go. See these 3 dots?
Yeah.
These are the Tharsis Montes, Tharsis Mountains. There they are on this side. So this is an elevation map. This would be like a visible light view of Mars. And these 2 spots, this is Olympus Mons, largest volcano in the solar system. So just for scale, just this part of Olympus Mons is the size of the state of Arizona.
Wow.
It's the largest shield volcano in the solar system. And then because I'm a planetary geologist, I don't do gas giant planets, so I don't have any of those. But this is my hot off the press, brand new Pluto globe. So this is the dwarf planet Pluto.
Yeah.
Have you seen the shadows?
No, this is a good way.
No, you said
No, this is
A lot of people have them and just pass because you can only look for 10 seconds, so people aren't sharing.
So just head back and ask anybody.
She said she's concerned about preserving Court Street memory. That
Maybe, okay. Maybe we can have philosophical discussion there. The alcohol, the groups, and the Now these are little trips.
Speaking of snakes,
flying boom passes. First it did the Supertron boom pass with the anchor around it. Yes, and then with a paramotor. You know what those are?
What do you call that?
Just a welder's helmet.
It's a what?
A helmet for welding.
Ah,
So
it's pretty handy.
they say it's very safe.
Very good, thank you.
Okay. Have that up in front of you. Okay, I'm still like so scared. If my daughter can do it for you.
Well, I guess they saw the beautiful scenes along the Hockhocking River.
Right. What amazed me was the shadow through the trees, wherever there was light, it was a crescent in my opening shot, approaching the library.
Uh-huh. That's right.
Amazing.
Did I see something on CNN about Trump looking directly at the sun?
Oh, I saw a picture of that.
Well, I think he can still see, so
well,
that's good. But they did have, I forget how many, like maybe 400 of the little goggles that they gave out to people, and they ran out of them right away. But the people offered to share, so
Yeah.
they had temporary ownership of these little goggles.
Like Lois shared hers with me.
Uh-huh. And Felix shared his with me.
And then I heard at some point you're only supposed to look for 10 seconds at a time. I mean, it wasn't very interesting. You see it and then, okay.
Well, I had to hang on to Felix because when you look way back, it's easy, at least for me, to fall over. If I fell over trying to float in the water, I certainly could fall over standing on the edge of a... Well...
This leads us into your bathtub scene. How did you get this idea?
I guess off Google. You said Pilates, what did you say, some strange? I started out saying Pilates.
Pilates yoga?
Well, it's that outfit that they posted information on. If you're old and you're in the tub, how do you get out?
It can be a problem. My husband got stuck once.
And my mother got stuck once.
Yeah, it takes a lot of strength to pull someone up.
And I was going to get one of these gadgets that you put on the edge of the tub to help you. And then in one or two places they let it out the bag that it doesn't work with what is that kind of ceramics that tubs are made
Porcelain?
out of? No, not
Tile?
porcelain.
Well,
it's a glass.
Fiberglass.
Fiberglass. Doesn't work with
Yes.
fiberglass because it's out to break the tub.
Ooh!
So I decided that I would demonstrate. And please don't sue me if this doesn't work for you. But this is the way you can maneuver so you can climb out of the tub if you happen to be disabled or old or whatever. So we're going to take a look, and she's videotaping me, and I'm sorry I have clothes on. This is not another John Spotforth.
Well, I did speed up some of the slower episodes when I edited it.
Uh-oh. Well, I'm not responsible for it then. Okay, now Alex is going to coach me through getting in the tub and getting out without falling down. Okay, first I guess I get in the tub and lay on my bottom. And Alex is going to read what for me to do next after I get down. Didn't anticipate having trouble getting down. Okay, I'm down. What are I doing next?
Beginning on your bottom, use the side of the bath to pull yourself onto your side, then onto your hands and knees.
Out of my hands and knees, all just like that, huh? Okay, maybe I'll go for a swim instead. Okay, on my hands and knees.
Holding on to both sides of the bath, push yourself up onto your knees only.
Okay, I'm on my knees only.
Hold on to the side of the bath closest to the exit.
Okay.
Lift your knees off the bath floor so that you are balancing on your feet.
Okay.
Continue holding on to the side of the bath and bring one leg over the side of the bath.
Okay, and I'm going to cheat and use this just for balancing. And use the doorknob for taking the other one out.
She's out!
Now, was that fun or not? She said she knows I don't mind making fun of myself, or I wouldn't have done the bathtub scene. But you have something to look forward to in, what, a month?
October.
In
well,
October.
November, I guess.
November. Alex is going out west. Is it New Mexico?
Well, it's Memphis, Little Rock.
I mean, where the balloons are.
Albuquerque, yes. It's a hot
Albuquerque.
air balloon festival, October 7th to 14th, something like that.
Oh, won't that
I
be
will not
great.
go up in a balloon. I have a fear of heights.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Jane had a fear of spiders, and you have a fear of heights.
Well.
I guess I'm glad I'm not afraid of anything.
Well, we'll take you along and you can get in the balloon.
You're going with Drew Everts. Oh, she's going with you. And
I'm the driver.
Is she gonna go up in a balloon?
I don't know.
Knowing Drew, she may.
I know Lois's daughter-in-law went up on a big birthday locally and almost landed on Route 33. She showed me the place between here and Columbus where they landed.
But this is a huge, is it a tournament or just a show?
A festival.
It's a festival of these balloons with their little carriages under them. Gee.
When I was in Latvia, I saw balloons landing all over.
Oh, you did? It was
Out
balloons.
in the country.
And where was that?
Latvia.
Latvia. This is the woman that couch surfed in 22 or 23 countries.
50? I don't know.
I don't know.
I forget. But we are going to be couch surfing in New Mexico.
You are? And
Yes.
Drew is too?
Yes. Yes, we
In New
found
Mex-
a hostess. Couch surfing is an internet hospitality. You develop a profile, your interests, your languages you speak, where you've been, where you want to go, your philosophy of life. And when you plan to travel, it's in this country and it's internationally. You start with the city and then you look at the profiles of all the people that live there.
And they look at yours.
Well, you send a request and you give the dates and times, or the dates and how are you coming and how long do you want to stay. And they can look at your profile and see what you're like and see if they can accommodate you.
I bet Drew will have more fun. She's a fun person. She's going to have fun wherever she goes. But in a land couch surfing for the first time and at a balloon festival.
It's good for me because I have an electric car, so I have to recharge every 60 or so miles. So this is a chance for me to go long distances in someone else's car, which I will be driving.
Oh, we won't be driving yours. Seems like I saw someplace that they're going in the future to start having charging stations at gas stations. Did you see that?
It's got to come. It'll come.
Okay, well, I guess we look forward to the great unknown, which is next week on Kaleidoscope.
Bye.
So long. It's been good to know you.